Strategy for Legrand Data Communications Division. It's a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon at Cisco Live. Thanks for coming to our think tank session. I'm going to start off by giving you a couple of our core beliefs from a Legrand perspective. I'll dive into how Legrand is supporting the infrastructure here at Cisco Live, and then I'm going to hand it over to our client, Farukh Aslam, to go over what he's doing at Sinclair Holdings to bring innovation and all kinds of fun cost savings and energy savings to his properties. There we go. So if you're not familiar with Legrand, Legrand is a $6.2 billion global company. Our mission is to transform the spaces where people live and work through power, light, and data. We stay true to our core beliefs through sustainability, innovation, and creating exceptional experiences for our customers. One of the ways that we do that is staying true to who we are as a sustainable corporate steward. So this is not only through the solutions that we provide our customers, such as containment, which you can see in the Network Operations Center here, but we also provide smart building solutions. Other ways that we are a corporate steward providing sustainable solutions for our clients is who we are as a company. So that is corporate outreach programs, creating better communities. There we go. Creating better communities, and also how we manufacture our products. We're using better materials, better manufacturing, ethical manufacturing practices, and by doing so, we extend that capability, those EPDs and HPDs, to our customers so that you can achieve your sustainability goals. So speaking of sustainability, you can actually go to the Network Operations Center and see the containment, the fiber and copper connectivity, and the PDUs that we've deployed to help support the running infrastructure for the trade show. So head over to the Network Operations Center and take a look at it, take some selfies, win some prizes, and talk to the NOC staff about how they're using the Legrand solutions to keep that core infrastructure up and running for the show. Another thing that we've done is we've deployed our simplified edge solutions. So this is an intelligent vertical wall mount cabinet. So in it we have 3850s, and you can actually see them over at the DevNet zone. In them we have connectivity, we have access control door handles, we have sensors on the door handles, so all of a sudden you can get compliance reports, you can have audit trails, right, who's accessing your edge deployments, you can allow vendors, right, into your remote locations to work on your gear. And then we also have that all controlled through our intelligent rear tin PDU. You'll also note it's lit up. So we've actually added LED lights to not only our wall mount cabinets, but you can also get them in our full size cabinets. Another thing that we're doing is we have our booth, and in our booth you can actually see we're doing PoE lighting demonstrations. We have our containment solution set up, so we actually have a hot aisle containment pod set up, and then we also have IDF and edge solutions. So come on by, see how Legrand is supporting Cisco Live from the core to the edge. So with that, you can see that the wide breadth of solutions that Legrand has to offer, we do everything but the switch. And by being the physical infrastructure experts, the connectivity experts, the power experts, the thermal management experts, we allow you to be focused on the logical network, right? You can be focused on the things that matter, and we can take care of the rest and support your infrastructure. Another one of the reasons I love being at Cisco Live is because we're able to showcase our innovative solutions. And at the end of the day, it's you, the attendees, that actually appreciate the innovation that we're bringing to powering, connecting, and managing your critical infrastructure. So we appreciate all of your feedback. I encourage you to come to the booth, talk to our experienced product managers, and let them know the troubles and the problems that you're facing so that we can help partner through and get solutions for you. Farukh Aslam up on the stage, and he's actually going to share how he is bringing this innovative technology to his properties. Again, how he's cutting costs, he's bringing visibility into his infrastructure, and he's doing that all through planning and bringing technology in. So, without further ado, Farukh.
Thank you. Hi, Karen. My name is Farukh Aslam. I am the owner of Sinclair Holdings. This particular building in this picture is a 1929 era Art Deco building. We are converting this office building into 164 guest room Marriott Autograph Hotel. But the entire lighting system, or the entire building runs on what some of you may have heard of digital electricity, old server. And then we use Cisco's CDB switches, about 300 of them, deployed in every single guest room, and some of them have 2 switches per guest room to run all our low voltage DC power to power lights, mini bars, door locks, window blinds. We have over 700 windows that have motorized roller shades and drapes. They all run from PoE power. And not in time for this project, but I am working with LG engineers to make the in-room air conditioning to run on PoE power also. So the entire air conditioning system inside the building, the fan coils, will run using PoE power. We have a meeting with them this Friday in my office. A group is coming in from Seoul, South Korea, to sit with us, and we've already done a demo for them. We took one of their AC units and dissected that on our bench and powered it using PoE, and it works like a charm. So we have two buildings here. This is the main Sinclair building, and this is a 10-story office building that has already 60% converted to PoE power. In the retail space, we have a CVS that will open a week from this Sunday. It's the first CVS in the nation that will open with all PoE powered lighting. It's a 14,000 square feet store with 240 2 feet by 2 feet panel lighting. All their exit signs, emergency lights, all run on PoE power. And all our Cisco switches are being powered by digital electricity. So this is the core infrastructure. It's a connected building now. So what we started 2 years ago just with lighting, we very quickly extended that same power to window motors. We work with a very large international company, Sompi, to convert their motors, their DC power to PoE power. And here's a little summary of everything in our project in one concise page. I'll kind of point out, this is the core infrastructure in every guest room. There's a Cisco CDB switch, an access point, a GPON system here, and then these are our drivers, our PoE drivers. This is, and you'll see some more images as we go further. This is top looking down into a guest room. Here you see a bed. What we are showing with these orange lines, we ran Smurf tubes behind the walls and then ran cables into those Smurf tubes. I think they also call them interducts used for fiber. The idea was to future-proof our wiring, so if 5 years down the road we want to change some cables out, it's very easy for us to do that. This is a very interesting thing we're doing with a company called Sports Art. A lot of this fitness center equipment actually generates power. When you work out on a cardio machine, your calories burned are harvested and they generate wattage, power for us. And we are harvesting that power and charging a wall-mounted Tesla battery pack. That is in turn powering a Cisco switch which is lighting up all these lights, and a small mini bar which has water bottles in it. So this picture here is the volt server, that's digital electricity. So just in one concise slide, it shows different things we're doing here, you know. Hey, this is the vision for our Sinclair project. So the volt servers sit in the basement of the building, and we run power to every single guest room, hallway, fitness center, everywhere. So the electrician kind of stops right there in the basement where the electrical switchgear comes in, and then we, as a low voltage contractor, take over and run this infrastructure. I don't know if some of you have seen this document by IEC. It's a white paper that was released a few months ago, where it's an international standards body. They're saying the future of commercial buildings is low voltage DC. It's a very extensive study over 2 years, 58-page document, and really lists the reason why low voltage DC is the future for buildings now, or powering buildings. The number one reason is lower cost of renewable energy. We can generate solar energy much cheaper now than we did 5 years ago. Number two reason is storage. Storage is getting very cheaper now. 5 years ago, Tesla was paying $1,000 per kWh for batteries. Today, they're less than $200 per kWh. And by 2020, it's expected to be less than $100 per kWh. By that time, you'll have $15,000 electric vehicles in another 2 to 3 years. And I predict in 5 years, more than half of the cars sold would be electric. And I think this is a very interesting document that talks about it. Here is a little bit better image of what a volt server is. In my opinion, this is the best technology I've come across in the past few years while working on my mission to accomplish low voltage PoE power into my infrastructure. It's about a 2U height, 4 power supplies, hot swappable, and 24 line cards. Each line card can give you up to 1100 watts of power. And we can take an 18-2 cable and take that power up to 2 kilometers away, 6,500 feet away, without any loss of efficiency there. So currently this system is installed in every NFL stadium in this country, primarily to power DAS systems. I came across the company 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and decided to start using it as a freestanding, taking power from point A to point B, mainly to power my Cisco digital building switches. I have powered 3850s, which is, as we all know, those are bigger power supplies. I've used a Cat5e cable to run 200 feet on a Cat5 cable to power a 3000 watt power supply. This is a little, I hope the video will play in a second here. This is our rendering of what our guest rooms look like. So we are a historic building. Our number one challenge was space. We don't have riser space or a lot of plenum space. So much so that originally we wanted to place our switch and infrastructure in the bathroom ceiling with all the AC duct in that area. We ended up taking upper shelf of a closet in the guest room to put our CDB along with our drivers in there. Once again, these orange lines are our Smurf tubes. They're behind the ceiling. And on the lower side of the picture, these are the window blinds that are connected through the Cisco switch. We're also working with LG to make the 55-inch guest room TV to run on PoE power. So a single connection brings content and power to the TV. We already have converted, this is a bathroom mirror with a TV built inside and a Bluetooth speaker so you can sync your phone. That is already working with PoE technology, the TV as well as the lights. So our existing office building we've owned for 20 years, and we started converting that in December of 2016 over to PoE powered lighting and VRF air conditioning. So this is actual kWh consumption side by side for all these months. If you focus on the very bottom here, you can see the reduction in power consumption as we switched 60% of our building to PoE powered lighting and VRF air conditioning. This is actual data from our electric bill. You notice I didn't say dollar amount saving because practically I didn't save any dollar amounts here. I had signed a 3-year power purchase agreement with my utility company, and I had to buy so many units based on my previous history, and I was only allowed a 20% leeway on either side, 20% more usage or 20% less. I went 40% below my mean number, so I got penalized about $3,500 a month for making my building more energy efficient. And my contract expires by the end of this month, so I'll be out of the penalties. When we designed our hotel project, we had a standard minibar with an AC, with a compressor, Freon, and a fan. That was 1400 watts energy required, and there was a dedicated 20 amp breaker just for the minibar. We worked with this company here and converted their solid state technology minibar into a 55 watt, only 55 watt consumption PoE powered minibar. So now our minibar, we have this in my office for 3 months now. It chills our sodas and water bottles. We've been testing it, and it's very exciting to see a refrigerator this size work on PoE power. Here's a very innovative product we saw at CES this year. It's a cordless hair dryer with a lithium-ion battery, and we are planning to use this technology of this hair dryer with a PoE powered charger. So we don't need an AC power to run a hair dryer. It can trickle charge in several hours and be ready to be used, for up to 20 minutes. I had met with Cisco senior management in December. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the Cisco digital building switch, the small 8-port plenum rated ceiling mounted switch, which has no fan, so it's noiseless. And we reached out to them to the next generation of switches to be about 12 ports. And we did not want it to, I'm not sure if how many of you know that there's a 90 watt standard coming up very soon on PoE. I believe it's ratified next month in July. So it can still be class 2 powered up to 90 watts, and Cisco will have their first line of switches will be the 9300 series. That'll be available early next year. And we would like for Cisco to bring the 90 watt capability in a CDB. And another issue we've had in our buildings is cell phone signals. As you know, the DAS solution is very expensive, several $100,000. So Cisco wrote a white paper back in 2015 talking about VO Wi-Fi. Most of our cell phones nowadays are capable of Wi-Fi calling. If you go into your settings, you can turn that feature on, and in many public Wi-Fi spaces, your phone automatically switches over to Wi-Fi calling. So we would like, for this particular CDB, that's our wish list, to have access point built in, which is VO Wi-Fi capable. So that will solve another issues in old concrete buildings where cell phone signal is an issue. And the existing CDB is a layer 2 switch, we would want the next generation to be a layer 3. And lastly, we are using GPON in our project, and if you notice, all this goes away if that is rolled into this next generation of CDV switch, where they bring the fiber SFP port in there, so the switch itself will be capable of fiber and a GPON technology. We are working very closely with a company that does Bluetooth mesh for occupancy sensing. Actually, I met them through Legrand at Marriott's Room of the Future. They're a St. Louis-based company, very innovative product. They deploy Bluetooth sensors either in the light or, in our case, our door locks that are made by Aslam. They have a Bluetooth chip in them. So we can activate those Bluetooth sensors to make a mesh. And as a human walks through this RF mesh, it interferes that mesh, and based on an algorithm, it detects a human presence, or if a dog walks in, it can see if an animal walked through it, or if you drag a box through that space. So it can be a very intelligent occupancy sensing technology, as opposed to the existing PIR technology, where it's a pure motion sensor. So if you move anything through the existing PIR sensor, it will detect motion, and after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever you program, it'll turn off. In this case, it's a real intelligent occupancy sensor and can also be used as people counting. I believe they are here on this floor somewhere, this company, and they are demonstrating their people counting capabilities. Same technology in a guest room. As you can see, these are our light fixtures with Bluetooth sensors, and they deploy this in the room, a Bluetooth mesh. Another slide showing the same thing. This is one of the most innovative things we're doing. As you know, most high-rise buildings need a diesel generator for power, emergency power. We are replacing that with a lithium-ion battery pack. And our system is currently being tested by UL for UL 924 certification. I'm going to go quickly through these slides as I'm getting closer to the end of my presentation. This is a slide from Atlanta Airport a few months ago, where we all remember the generators didn't kick in, and we are saying using distributed battery backup, you can avoid those kind of situations going forward. This is a mirror in our bathroom, which has a TV and all these systems built in, also PoE powered. Our showers are called digital showers. They're made by Kohler, DTV system. So there's no knobs to turn the water on. It's a touch panel, but it's voice activated, so you don't have to touch the panel. You can tell the shower to come on. It'll ask you what temperature, where would you want the water to come from, handheld, rain shower, or wall mounted. That's basically the concept. You see the touch panel there. This is the fitness center I talked about earlier. That's the guest room PoE powered system from Aslam. Here's a company in San Jose we are working with called Cyber Switching. We monitor power consumption at each level in our project. The neatest thing I started doing recently is Oled Lighting. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Oled Lighting. These are some of the Oled Lighting, actual Oled Lighting samples. These products already exist. We are customizing some of them for our project. It's 1.4 millimeter thin, the light panel. It's amazing light effect. We are making these lights to go in the lobby for buildings. They look like flying birds. I have some samples already in our office that we install and we kind of test them. They're all PoE powered. This is my building. If I have a minute, I'll answer any questions, but I think I'm out of time.
Most guests would expect AC power in their room to plug all of their personal devices in.
Right.
How are you handling that?
So you repeat this so that they...
Most guests are expecting AC power to power their personal devices in their room. How are you handling that?
Excellent question. So today in this project, since we are about to finish this construction by the end of the year, we are leaving that AC power in today, but we are working with an inverter-based technology. We already have that product where we take digital electricity into the inverter, and on the outside it has an AC outlet. So we invert old server DE into, but I'm also looking at a battery powered, like a power tool. So an inverter with a lithium-ion battery pack, trickle chart with a PoE port to have an AC outlet. RV industry is a great inspiration to learn because they are 24-volt DC system and they have AC powered appliances of that. You see a lot of this inverters, smaller inverters in that industry.
All right, do we have any more questions, Farukh? All right, if you're too shy to ask